What's up, guys? Manny here. I just got back home. It's 4 a.m. and I just had to hop on and talk about these fights. I just had to hop on and talk about these fights. It's amazing performance. In my prediction video, I had Israel winning by third round knockout via head kick, and Israel managed to get it even earlier. He got a second round knockout via right cross. So amazing performance. The fight was a very exciting fight as well. Robert Whitaker is no joke. Robert Whitaker is no punk. I have a lot of respect for that guy. Like he's like one of the toughest guys in the UFC. One of the toughest guys in the UFC, and Israel Adesanya knocked him out in the second round. So that says a lot about the level that the guy is on. A lot of people are hating on him and talking shit about him. But if you look at his resume in kickboxing and now his resume in MMA, it's pretty amazing. Like he's I believe 18 or 19 and 0 now in MMA. His kickboxing record was like 70 something and 5. So that's incredible. He's a true martial artist, and he's bringing things that we haven't seen to the sport. He's making it exciting. His walkout was amazing. Like, who does that? So big shout out to Israel Adesanya. Also, he's the second African world champion. Kamaru Usman being was the first African world champion, and Israel is the second. They're both from Nigeria, so African fighters are on the rise. I'm very happy to see that. I'm very glad to see that because I'm from Africa. I'm from West Africa, Togo. I moved to America when I was a little kid, but people don't understand. Like, for example, where I'm from in West Africa, wrestling is the national sport. Wrestling is a national sport, and there's amazing wrestlers and boxers that people will never know about. Amazing fighters that people will never know about. Right next to my home country, Togo, there's a country called Ghana, and in the capital of Ghana, Accra, there's some of the best boxers in the world by far. There's many world champions in boxing who have come from Accra, Ghana, and people will never know about them just because they don't get the same amount of shine or same amount of light just because of different things. But it's just very it's very cool to see Africans in MMA winning and doing well. And one of my goals was to become the first African champion, but so Kamaru Usman beat me to that. But it's still very motivating to see someone who's from a similar area as you go out and make it in the sport. So I would be following in their footsteps and trying to become a world champion myself and represent Africa and America. So amazing performance by Israel Adesanya, and honestly, amazing performance by Robert Whitaker as well, because like they were going back and forth, and it was a very exciting fight. Um, Something I noticed in the fight was like Israel Adesanya was leaning back a lot, and it was working. He was slipping and having amazing head movement. That's how Anderson Silva got knocked out by Chris Weidman. But for whatever reason, when he does it, it just looks right, and he's very elusive. Robert Whitaker took a lot of damage in this fight. Um, yeah, he took a lot of damage in this fight. His nose was all bloody. We've never seen Robert Whitaker get beat up like this, so amazing. Robert Whitaker is extremely tough. There's nothing to hold his head low about. And it looked like he took this loss very well as well. I can't wait to see him come back. I think he should come back against the winner of Darren Till versus Kevin Gastelum. Whoever wins that fight should fight Robert Whitaker. And then whoever wins that fight should get the next title shot. Or Robert Whitaker could fight Yo Romero again. That would also be very exciting. Two guys coming off of losses, but who are at the top of the division. So yeah, I mean, there's a lot of middleweight is very, very exciting right now. It's the most exciting it's been in a very long time. It's one of the best divisions in the UFC right now. So yeah, I'm going forward for Israel. Going forward for Israel, I think he has a lot of potential. I think he could be, the top star in MMA, or like the top name in MMA. He has all the characteristics. He has the it factor. He's a very exciting fighter. He's knocking people out. Amazing kickboxing. I don't really see many people beating him, especially in that middleweight division. Maybe Yo Romero could beat him, but Yo Romero, has to win a couple more fights before he can get a title shot. So, and the only reason I say Yo Romero could possibly beat him is just because of the wrestling. But he's shown to have, really good takedown defense. So we don't know what he's like on his back, right? But he's looking very good. Even when he fought Kelvin Gastelum, when he was on his back, he had Kelvin in a triangle immediately. So yeah, the sky's the limit for Israel Adesanya, and I can't wait to see him come back. People are talking about him fighting John Jones. I think he should wait on that. Have a couple more fights in middleweight and just continue to build his name up there and build up his legacy, and then go up and fight John Jones. That's a very interesting matchup. John Jones is the GOAT, so I don't really see anybody beating John Jones, but this is MMA and crazy shit does happen. So yeah, I just had to hop on real quick and talk about these fights because there's this amazing fight card. Specifically, the main event was amazing, and I had a lot of uh, emotional investments in this fight, because I really wanted to see Israel win. So, it's early as fuck or late as fuck, depending on how you want to see it. It's 4:07 a.m. So I just had to hop on real quick and talk about that fight. Drop a comment below on what matchups you guys want to see going forward. And yeah, peace, guys. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe.